Next up, let's do the second part of our Heroes half hour. I know we're running a little bit long, so this will probably be more like a Heroes 40 minutes or 45 minutes. We're going to jump into a game with him and see how he goes. Now, if you're brand new to Heroes, as I mentioned before, do take advantage of training. Go and do the training. Do versus AI as well. You can then toggle the button here for AI teammates. You can just play on your own. You'll have computers on your side. You'll have computers on the enemy team as well, which is good. Or if you want to play with humans, leave that untoggled off. And you know what? A lot of people like playing against bots as sort of training and getting used to Heroes and things. So you want to try this game, go for training, go for versus AI, and then, you know, maybe have computer teammates to start with and then play with some real players. But there is nothing at stake in either of those modes. There's also nothing at stake in Quick Match, but Quick Match is a 5v5 with human players, meaning that some people get very competitive regardless of whatever mode they're in. So I would very much progress from left to right. Hero League you can only access once you've got a certain rank anyway. So I'm going to jump into Quick Match just to show this hero off in a real sort of team format. Where is my butcher? Let's go and find the level 1-ness of it all. Where is the butcher? There's the butcher. Okay, play 8 games. Sounds like a good quest. So what Quick Match will do, we can just show you the butcher in a 5v5 human setting. Now remember that in Quick Match anyone can pick any hero they fancy. Now the matchmaking will try and stick a reasonable team together, but when you play Heroes or any 5v5 team style game like this, there's always an element of team composition. Think of it like a football team or like a sports team. You will always have certain people playing in certain positions who have certain roles, and Heroes is very much like that also. So we have an assassin, a random player, a specialist, and a support. That's not too bad. What we could probably do with hopefully that random player you saw in the end there is a tank. Now if you're brand new to Heroes, the second element of Heroes, as well as I described, kill your opponent's base, kill the things in the way to get to your opponent's base. The second element in Heroes is that there are specific map mechanics. So not only are you trying to work and grind down your opponent's base and finish off the enemy team when you have the ability to do so, you also have to occasionally worry about these map mechanics. So capturing these temples is basically standing on a spot and the temple will be captured. Now when you do that, these temples on this Sky Temple map, kind of ancient Egyptian almost themed, I really like it, they spawn minions, and those minions try and hurt you, obviously, while you are holding those temples. Now, when you hold a temple, as you can see from this fearsome Anubis-style statue, they have big lasers that zap the enemy team's base. So holding these temples is very beneficial towards wearing down your opponent's base, getting yourself closer to that core that you want to destroy to win the match. Finally, you need to defend them. Not only will these minions attack you as you're holding those bases, but of course the enemy team will as well. So these temples, when they sort of spawn and when they come up, are fought over by enemy heroes. They're not just given away for free. So in this map you need to balance pushing in your lane, farming minions. If you farm the minions in your lane, of course you're increasing your team's level, increasing the access to those talents that you've seen, increasing your hero strength. Let's jump on in. Let's see firstly what the random player on our team got. We got Sonny.
Treasure goblin has appeared. Slay it quickly and claim its gold, hero.
Deckard Kane. So at the moment, if treasure goblins are enabled in maps, what treasure goblins let you do, if you can kill this treasure goblin, so we have a nice little fun start to the match. If we can kill the treasure goblin, gonna ping, kill the goblin.
Well done,
there we go.
Friend.
Now we get 100 gold,
done,
which is great.
Indeed.
So that 100 gold, of course, will help us in the shop go and buy stuff and get some new heroes and things. Hello, Deckard. Right, how are we going to spec? I'm going to go for that that kind of healing spec that we went for, and attack speed. I'm going to take a lane on my own to start with, and then we'll see how we go after that. So inevitably in Heroes, to start with, there are big fights over the watchtower. I'm just going to go and farm lane and see what we do after that. Now you can see bottom, middle and top, you can see our 3 lanes, and you can probably also see that soon those temples will be spawning, and here's where all of the minions spawn from. So early game in a game of Heroes. Oh, we've got a mount there. We've got someone on their Hearthstone playing card already. Nova is down. Now Tychus is a ranged assassin. I'm a melee assassin. This is not a good lane matchup for me. What I can do is try and get up close and personal. Tychus do some damage, but I can't get too close. So I've got Ruthless Onslaught. I can reduce the range to Tychus if I really want. I need to be farming minions, picking up my bloods, and making sure that I'm in a good position. Now Hamstring will certainly stop Tychus from getting away. There we go. We can use our Ruthless Onslaught there. Pick up those bloods. Remember, the more bloods I pick up, the more I'm self-healing. So I do have a little bit of an advantage over Tychus in that situation. Not looking too good for Team Blue at the moment. I'm going to jump on in. I'm not going to put a Butcher's Blaze on. Right, so temples are up. I'm going to get my mount up. And I'm going to try going to this temple. So when the temples come up, you don't want to go on your own. If the enemy team is a lot more than you want to make sure that you're not throwing your life away in vain. You can see mine's going down there, Abathur's getting involved. There's two of us, so I feel comfortable standing here. So, Abathur is also throwing a buff on me. I won't explain that right now if you're brand new to the game. We need to stand in this temple, and we need to make sure that we're dealing with these minions. Abathur has buffed me, that basically means in we go. I'm going to throw that in, make sure I've got my healing on, and make sure that I can use this onslaught if I need to. I'm going to throw that in. Let's see what I can do. Metallus is low, I might have a chance to do a little kill there. I'm trying to fight this ult now. It's 3v2, that is not great odds. 3v1, down we go. So I should probably have retreated at that point, but you can see the temple mechanic that I was talking about there. Now coming back to the Butcher's abilities, I'm throwing down hamstrings. I'm trying to drop a Butcher's brand on someone so that I can, they need to retreat. That's not very sensible. Right, so it looks as though we've probably lost these temples. I'm going to try and back up Sonya, but I'm not entirely sure how well that's going to do. Team level is 5 to 3, so that shows that you need to farm minions at the same time. In a 2v1, I don't really like those odds. I'm going to start farming minions as well. Right, here comes a Ruthless Onslaught. I'm going to charge in there, put Butcher's brand on, start hacking away. You can see, of course, that my bloods have reset because I died. And another ranged hero is not going to help me too much. So in terms of composition, we have one, two, we've got another Butcher on the other team. We've got a lot of range. The Butcher is the only melee. So, okay. It might be a tough job for us as a team to win this with our team composition, but we'll give it a good go. So I'm going to go for that Ruthless, Relentless Onslaught build. Sorry, Ruthless Onslaught. I'm going to go for that build. The one that gives us a lot of utility. It means we can run into battle, not run away from battle. So I'm going to run into battle, in we charge. A little bit of a stun. I get someone to slash and load, but I'm not going to get rid of them, and we can certainly push a couple of them away. Now, if I had my Ruthless Onslaught off of cooldown, this would be excellent. I can slow Tychus down with my hamstring there. We might just be able to get them. I got way too greedy. I should have run away. They were all very low, but if my team had been with me, perhaps we could have finished them off. So another thing to teach you about heroes, don't get too greedy. If it looks as though you're going to die and you're going to throw your life away, then try not to. What have we got going on here? I'm going to try and go and defend that. 2 versus 1 in the mid. You can see them chasing the kill, but you don't want to try and give away your base for free. Never a great idea. Abathur's buffed me. Might be able to do something here. I'm going to throw down a few little abilities, but I'm not going to try and go too far. Now you can already see that's a 2v1, not too great. Thankfully that Nova is coming to help. I'm going to try and farm these minions. Remember, the more bloods I get, the faster my regen starts working. So I want to try and farm for some bloods. Here comes the Butcher. The Butcher's charging me, using his stun very effectively, and that's the kind of play you want to be picking up with the Butcher. Charging in, stunning your opponents so that you can get nice kills in. Here comes the temple. Going to ping that, see what we can do. Well, we've kind of got a full stab just sitting there farming the lane on his own. Not the greatest performance here for me, but as I've said, there's nothing at stake in quick match. So if you really want to try out 5v5, just jump on it.
Flows through the temples. Guardians, do not let these mortals approach them.
Okay, so I could run in here on my own. I know there's at least 2 heroes we've seen popping up there. I'm going to take it easy. I can't even contest that unless someone else comes and joins. Let's hit her into another farming. Second another talent, maximum fresh meats and less loss on death. It's pretty nice. Ruthless Onslaught range and as a lunge. I'm going to add the lunge. I'm also going to have to try and run away pretty fast. Run, there's nothing that can heal me. Run. Just managed to get away. Slightly fortunate there. There's a dot on me though that's not really helping. Gonna be a close one.
The light fade. Now that
oh my goodness, we killed someone.
That's why I make the big bucks.
That is why Nova makes the big bucks. So, a little bit of pressure on this bottom lane. Not going too well for our team. You can see we're behind in team level. Those bars at the top, of course, the experience that each team is earning. hero kills and minion kills add to that experience.
That was your fault.
Just going to throw out a defend. We need to try and make sure we put a bit of defense in on this lane. Going to dance around a bit. Abatha waiting to get us buffed and ready. I'm going to throw down my Ruthless Onslaught to try and trace down Tychus. Look how far I actually follow. Well, I've been augmented. I think I'm only going to be augmented to the extent where we can clear away some of these minions. There's Meister, I can go for the stun again. And there we go, and you can see that final lunge coming in, Hamstring, and that is where the Butcher's abilities come together. Really nice.
The dead have a habit of returning in Luxor.
Righty, and while I typed and said hello, I got killed. Rule number 2, try not to be AFK or look away when it comes to MOBAs. So not great play by me there, but in that little kill that we got, we managed to string together a nice little combo, so that at least shows you how the Butcher's abilities can come together. Righty then, we've got a Butcher who looks as though that Sonya is going to die. I don't think there's much I can do to aid that situation. I can ping and say defend. We've got enemy mercenaries. I've not discussed mercenary camps if you're new to Heroes. I'm not going to charge in 3v1, that would be foolish.
Grows within the temples. Soon they shall bask in light.
Okay, it is temple time. Let's see if we can grab that middle temple. Now you can see Abatha is buffing me, so I'm going to use the additional health I've got there to charge forward and try and get some more meat. Okay, top and bottom. Right, I'm going to investigate cautiously. Finding we're only level 10 just now. I'm going to go for chaining enemy heroes to a post.
You have lost.
But you can see that because our opponents got to level 12 before us, that means that they of course unlock the abilities before us. This is not a battle I could win. I'm going to run. I'm going to see if I can pick something else up.
The enemy has shattered.
I'm going to farm the lane for the moment. Remember, of course, picking up our bloods, we've gone for 3% maximum health. So the more that we farm, the more it's going to help us. Bloods, 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 bloods. So what I'm trying to do by farming minions is hopefully try and get our team level a little bit more on par. Okay, we've got a 2v2. I'm charging, going to stun him. I'm going to throw in a hamstring. And you can see that when we get our abilities aligned, exactly how dangerous that the Butcher can be when you get in close, when you get your damage.
You have stolen enough of my temple's power.
Big welcome to Legion as well. Hope you're good.
War.
Okay, we've got a couple of enemy heroes there. We can tell that because those mercenaries have just been activated. So I'm going to try and take them down. Throw down my Butcher's brand as well. But now we have a little bit of pressure from Zero, so I'm going to run, hide. Talus has jumped in, so 2v1. I'm going to throw down my hitching post ability, use it to run away hopefully. Oh, the Butcher's running. I'm going to try and juke away in this direction. The Butcher's chasing down one of our team. I'm going to try and run away from the other. Run, run. So you can see what happens when you get too greedy with a melee assassin. As a melee assassin, I'm taking a lot more damage than a tank would be. Of course, and as an assassin, I have to be up close and personal when I'm meleeing, so there's a very big opportunity when, well, a challenge when you're a melee assassin, that you're going to take a lot of damage in a short period of time. You need to try and guard against that if you can. So I'm kind of balancing my stats out a bit more. I've got a bit more of a hang on this Butcher chap. I'm going to take ourselves to a bruiser camp. If you've never played this kind of game before, bruiser camps, minion, mercenary camps, all of these camps you can see represented by icons in the middle of the map. If you can secure these heroes for your cause by knocking them out and then doing damage, beg my pardon, and standing in the middle of the spot upon which they reside, you can get them charging down a lane. When they charge down the lane, there are more computer characters that will help you push that lane. So that would kind of need to help that. So you can see how much damage I'm taking as an assassin. Standing in the map point, you can see that get all charged, and we can see that we've got those mercenaries to help us out. The first thing we're going to do is go defend that lane for us, which is granting movement speed. I like that. I'm going to go for that rather than the fully upgraded other ability. And meanwhile, our enemies have taken the biggest minion. They've taken the boss minion there. I'm not going to charge it on my own. There's only 2 of us. I'm going to ask for a couple of defends.
Your enemy is attacking.
Let them do their thing, says Abatha. There's no way we're turning this back. Oh, sadness. Sadness. You know what, I'm not going to lie, Abatha's right. I'll charge in there, and you can see that's a typical melee assassin. Charging, and you're going to get not too bad. Question from Stream Teos, is 1 megabyte up too little to stream?
Your core is under attack.
Well, there you go. That is a little loss and defeat. Do you know what I might actually do? I might jump in. Should we play one more game? I think we might have time for just one more game. We'll get one more game in, and we'll see how we can get on with the Butcher. So that was a nice little illustration to start with of the Butcher's abilities. It was a pretty quick match. What were the good things? Well, the good things were we got to see how the combo came together. We got to see how we could charge in with our Ruthless Assault. We then got to Ruthless Onslaught, sorry. We then got to see how we could do things like Butcher's Brand and reheal our health, and Hamstring to slow enemy heroes down. On Tychus in particular, you may have seen us with that ranged assassin in the bottom lane, get a couple of good slows in on Tychus, helping our teammates pick up kills for us. Sorry, a comment in chat. Reginald, welcome. It says, I think your core is under attack. Reginald, I think you might be right there. Just a little bit. Let's get one more game in. Battlefield of Eternity, brilliant. You can see Heroes of the Storm Eternal Conflict. This is actually the first content event for Heroes where we're going to have a couple of Diablo heroes, a Diablo themed map, and Blizzard want to do a few more of these type of content events where they sort of highlight a universe, one of their universes, whether it's Diablo, StarCraft, Warcraft, and the big elephant in the room, Overwatch. Overwatch, remember, is in beta later in the year. Wouldn't it be amazing if we had Overwatch heroes in Heroes of the Storm? Really looking forward to Overwatch as well. But anyway, Battlefield of Eternity, this is the first time I've played this map, so we're going to see how it works. The map mechanic, battling immortals, the Angel Lieutenant and Demon Lord are locked in a war, and your immortal ally, aid your ally against his foe to claim victory, rally to your immortal as he wreaks havoc on the enemy's forts. So this is a smaller map, I think. The immortals are a big focus point. We need to really focus on what happens with the immortals. So let's take a quick look at this map and see how we go.
Oh, hello.
Okay, so as you can see, we've kind of got.
Look here, a treasure goblin has
two
appeared.
lanes, but
Slay it
I'm going
quickly
to focus on the treasure
claim
goblin.
its gold.
So because of Eternal Conflict, the Diablo theme, we get Diablo treasure goblins. I'm going to hamstring.
Well
There we go.
done.
Do we get another 100 gold?
Your just reward.
Okay, I already got 100 gold. So I like the heals from fresh meat, more hamstring damage, more meat drops. I'm going to try a slightly different build this time. I'm going to go for more hamstring damage.
3, 2, 1.
There we go. So you can see that this is where our I think immortals are going to spawn. So no one's in our top lane. Excellent. I'm going to go up there. So you can see quite a big jungle in the middle here. The jungle, of course, being the area, if you're new to these kind of games, between lanes. Just 2 lanes. I'm going to try covering the top on my own to start with, see how we go. We can see we've got an enemy Abatha. Let's take a look at the enemy team. They have Gazlo, Sonya, Tyrande, Abatha, and Nova. That's quite a nice team balance. They've got a support, they've got a tank. In comes a buffed Gazlo. That's going to be quite dangerous for me. Need to be a little bit careful about that. I'm going to throw a little Butcher's Brand on Gazlo, and you can see already the amount of healing that that's giving me. I'm not going to Ruthless Onslaught and charge after. 2 melee assassins. We've got Zeratul helping us out as well. So, you can see the amount of damage I'm taking there from enemy minions only. So I'm going to grab those bloods, and already I have to run back. So because I've decided not to go for the health and healing talent, you can see that I'm taking, not healing up as much damage as I could do. So making sure that my Butcher's Brand is always on Gazlo is probably going to be a good idea. I need anything that will help me heal. I'm going to throw down that brand. I've got the stun in, but you can see already how much pain Gazlo is causing me. Now remember, Gazlo's a specialist and he can throw around turrets. They're going to be quite painful. Already I've got to go back to base. So really, it would be better if I was against a melee type tank hero. I'm not really very well matched in that lane, so it's a good job that Tyrande is going up top.
Are you ready, heroes? We approach your position.
It's now immortal time. T, that looks pretty fun in terms of talking about slightly laggy streams. If in-game is laggy, that's of course always a problem. Alrighty then, so let's go and have a look and see what our immortal is doing. We can kill the enemy one, we can aid our one. That's the two options. We can see they're actually going to they're actually trying to kill our one. So I think it's better if I'm going to quickly do a Ruthless Onslaught. Can I catch? Oh God, I can. In goes a Hamstring, and that is the butcher is most effective. Coming around the back, can we do something to aid here? I've got nothing good on cooldown, and I'm going to take a lot of damage from these heroes if we focus, but that's a really good triple kill there. So we've managed to nicely assist our immortal. If we can kill the enemy immortal, then that will give us a great amount. You can see it's really based on the amount of health that they have. So if we can try and burst down this immortal nice and quick, I'm going to go for that. So you can see you've kind of got a couple of options with these immortals. Do you just burst down the enemies? Okay, both of them disappear. Oh, okay, they've gone. So, I know they move, so they go from one point to another. They're now attacking each other. You can really see the back and forth of these cores. In the meantime, I've charged really where I shouldn't have gone. And if Sonya wants to chase me, she's more than welcome. She's going to come into the middle of us. I can then get my charge in, throw down a little Butcher's Brand. So we might just get a little pick there. Very nice little kill. And you can see how that Ruthless Onslaught is really helping me stun and pick people off. I just need to pick a reduce Ruthless Onslaught cooldown on impact. I'm not going to go for cheap shots. That means my Hamstring has got better damage against movement impaired targets. There is Gazlo. I'm just going to charge into Gazlo, immediately throw down a Hamstring. Better damage because I movement impaired him. So we're doing a real nice job at our team so far. If we can take out this demon, in comes the Hearthstone mounted Sonya. Just got to be a little bit careful. You can see these little bits of steam. I can actually hide from enemy view here and see what's going to happen. The enemy team perhaps overextending a bit, but they have a 4 versus 1. That is a battle we're not going to win with pretty low health. I'm actually going to say we should probably retreat. I'm going to say that we should retreat, get a little bit more health. Very, very dangerous situation for us here. I'm actually going to charge him with a Ruthless Onslaught, not to go for a kill, but just to get a stun before I run away. But even that might get me killed. You can see that Sonya has hooked us in. They're going to DPS me down. I managed to get in just very, very risky for me, that manoeuvre. Trying to use my Ruthless Onslaught stun to help my team get away. I did, but I could have thrown away my life. Wouldn't want to be. Quick answer with chat, just when I'm healing up. I'm glad your stream went good too. I've got weird settings and things. It is my lunch break. Killed the goblin round, yeah, we certainly did. The enemy immortal is attacking. Okay, I guess what happened there was that we lost the war. I'm guessing that because our immortal died before the enemy one now comes and attacks our base. Because obviously we can't see our immortal. It's not attacking the enemy's base. I'm going to quickly see if I can get a little pick. In comes the charge. I might get a double kill here if I can just focus down Arctic Koala. But no, they're going to get away. I'm not going to chase too far. I'm going to focus more on making sure that we get this immortal. Nasty big stun there. Let's focus on getting this immortal out of the way. Okay, a little bit of lag there. Arctic Koala is low. They're going to get greedy and go for the kill, but I can come in and go for the stun, throw down the Hamstring, but we're not going to quite get away. I'm just going to ping the siege camp and see if we can actually grab some mercenaries. Ooh, now you can see how much damage those guys are doing. Not nice at all, but in comes Tassadar to give us a hand. Nasty pressure on the top lane. I'm just going to grab these mercenaries, and if no one else is grabbing them, I'm going to go up top to assist. Top lane, help us out. Right, let's mount up and get ready to ride out. Let's see what else is going on in terms of mercs. I think Gazlo is running away there. Oh, John Joe, I've actually inadvertently come into an enemy hero.
Your spirit is strong.
Would be very silly if we didn't get that finished. I'm then going to try and go for these bruises. So Abattoir, more fresh meat and less loss on death. I think that's pretty good. More healing from Butcher's Brand. I just like that healing. So you're going to see that Butcher's Brand healing ability come very useful here. So enemies are also going for mercenaries now. It's good that I've got Tassadar's backup. Tassadar knows what's going on. He's getting stuck in and giving us some good assistance. I'm very low on mana, so obviously I'm not using abilities. Butcher's mana regen, a little bit of an issue if you're not taking that mana regeneration talent. So that's cool. I'm going to charge up here and see if we can top up. I want to. Is that a fountain? That is a fountain indeed. This map really reminds me of the Protoss from StarCraft, the kind of golden structure of everything.
Demon Lord is close behind.
Okay, so the immortals are going to spawn. We're going to have to see if we can make the most of the immortal mechanic this time. But we really need to farm lanes. You can see our opponents are almost going to get their heroic. They're going to hit level 10. And if they hit level 10 and they have our heroic before us, then that's of course going to be problematic. In we go. So I'm going to keep farming these. We can actually see that the enemy Abatha is buffing those. I'm really just trying to get a nice hard minion farm in this lane. I'm not assisting the big battle for life and death in the middle. There might be a chance for some hero kills. I think I'm going to have to switch my focus now. As much as farming the lane is useful, if we give away the immortal, it could be very problematic. So, hoping that our team is all going to turn up here. It's a 2 versus 1. We can see the team. I'm going to see if we can defend our immortal this time. It's a 3v2 with our team pretty low on health. We'll try and pick off Arctic Koala by throwing in here, throwing up the stun and trying to chop away. That's not going to be very good for us. So I'm going to need to retreat. Our team all very low on health there. We might be able to get Dade out of the way. That's 1 Arctic Koala for a 2. Just come in, but Genjo picks me off, and then we've managed to leave that enemy Nova on her own. So as we have a little spawn timer, just going to run the chat for any questions. Big welcome, Legion. Good to see you. Welcome, Roger. Good to see you. And if you're on YouTube, do come join us sometime. So dealing damage after a delay, chaining enemy heroes to posts. We went for the chain last time. I'm going to go for the damage. Let's go for a pure damage build this map and see if that helps us out. First things first, I'm going to run top lane. So there you go. The enemy team doing a better job than us of picking up the immortals. I'm going to throw down my Furnace Blast, and we can just see it immediately farm that group very nice and quick. So more bloods for us. More fresh meat. First things first, going to get myself charged up and run down to the bottom lane and see if we can grab.
The allies of hell destroy our forts.
So I'm going to throw myself in, going to get a little stun in Arctic Koala. I don't really like that 2v1, so we need to make sure that we move away a bit. Of course, my heroic, because I've used it earlier, a big chunky cooldown. Looks like we're going to pick this off very nicely and see if I can grab a stun. If that is genuine, oh, in they come. I'm a little bit low.
Always returns.
Throw that down. Now, of course, Sonya a little bit more tanky than me. Got the stun in, but I don't think our team's quite going to reach out for the kill. So I'm going to grab those bloods before they disappear. Remember that the blood, of course, is not only increasing the amount of
your spirit is
health
strong.
regeneration. Oh no, it's not, because I didn't grab the talent. What is it? The answer to the ultimate question, Legion, is 42. You're welcome. Let's try and get a little bit of a defend in. So this game you can see going a lot better, a lot more takedowns, but of course you can see our team has been great at fragging, but we've not really played the map objectives so well. We need to try and get the next heroic spawn. When those sort of heroes of heaven and hell spawn, we need to make sure that we get our angel on our side. So there you can see we're 15, 11 and up on the frags. We're actually kind of low when it comes to actually controlling the map and doing some good damage. Kind of low, so I need to be a little bit careful here. I can throw down my final ability, but I really need to get that stun in. I did not get my heroic off. Not only is it on cooldown, but I've also died. It's kind of a painful loss there for us.
Be wary. Our eternal battle will soon be upon you.
Okay,
Our
so
core is under attack.
we need this. I need to need this immortal. Frag them, then kill. We'll really just kill their immortal nice and quick if we're all up. 2 of us spawning, which should be in a good time. However, the enemy team is so close in our base, it might be actually kind of hard. I might be able to get one of them down. We're going to have to dance around in a circle. Nova comes in and zaps me. I got way too greedy there. And the last 2 of us have died, so you can see me showing how not to play as an assassin. Don't be too greedy. And you can already see that the enemy team is really killing our immortal. We're not going to do too much in this situation. We're not going to be able to defend ours. There we go. A bit of a fight. They're going to switch positions now. See if we can defend ours. I like increased movement speed. I'm going to see if I can defend ours at least.
The enemy is attacking our core.
Ah, enemy team are just going straight up for core. They might not even need our help. Nice little bit of damage there, and we can see that we're actually getting Gazman nice and low now with a final charge. Down he goes. So I'm not entirely sure how alive. No, our immortal died anyway.
The minions of hell have pleased me.
You can see that that could be killed on the spot, but once one is defeated, the other just charges the base. So the third time we've actually lost that little immortal battle.
All of heaven's glory will end in the claws of hell.
Look at that butcher's brand. That reminds me, I've got some new mounts that I need to check out.
Our core is under attack. Keep lost.
Okay, as much as we get stuck in, this might be a battle I don't think I can win. Star Wars style, and then you just see that arrow of doom that Nova focuses on you. So much pain, so potentially little gain.
Our core is under attack.
So as we have a 20 minute, that'll be a very long cooldown indeed. 20-second cooldown as our core goes down. Throw out a little GG there. I can't find a little talk second defeat for us. And I love the way that Diablo style, that core just spawns a whole series of little bits of gold and things as well. Lots of fun. So that is going to be it for us for stream today. If we're going to be streaming later, we'll give you a shout and let you know now. For those of you who are joining us live, and even if you're not, I do have a little announcement for you. The video blog that I was talking about, I've been talking about for a little bit of time, the sort of little 3 questions that I wanted to ask all of you guys and get your opinion on, that is now live. So you will find the link in the description if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, I'm just going to post it here. If you have, I believe it's 6 minutes. 6 minutes of your time, please do check out the first little video updates. You may have seen that we've been a little bit slower on the YouTube updates recently. I want to try and get back to 5 YouTube uploads a week, and we've also been doing a lot more lunch streams, a few less evening streams UK time as well. That little 6-minute video explains why, and it just asks 3 questions. If you have time to comment on the YouTube thread, I'd just love to know your answers and what you think about those 3 questions. That means that I can spend the time that I have making the content that you guys want to see, whether that's streams at lunchtime or shorter Hearthstone videos or whatever you fancy. Would really just appreciate your feedback. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you're on YouTube, do come join us, twitch.tv/Failcraftcast. We go live Monday through Friday, and youtube.com/Failcraftcasts. We will always tweet on @Failcraftcasts when we're going to be going live. Last but not least, website failcraft.org. You will always see all of the videos first on YouTube, live on Twitch if you can tune in, and then other bits in other places. So a big shout out to Mr. T Farmer, Castorella, Green Tea, Legion Hogger, Raginal. Great to see you all. If we're back this evening, we will let you know. Otherwise, hopefully see you soon. This is Failcraft, and I've been Hammy. Take it easy.